Racing Association featuring online leagues like the DSR Electric, Blanchard towing and recovering Xfinity, concerns of police survivors. Jacob and Wesley bringing you all the commentating. Is there beef? Is there beef? This racing is so exciting. They rock the NASRA network. That Beagle's cracking them up in the background. It is racing at Atlanta. It is racing at Talladega. Never turn right. Ooh, go baby, go. Don't you curse tonight. As a Brady, the boss man is lessening. Oh dear, let's go racing. Coding out with all the graphics.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and we welcome you to coverage of the NASRA 360 Racing Network. Before we move into the resumption of the Monday night DSR Electric Truck Series, I find myself as veteran chief announcer for the NASRA Series, Wesley Outland, to unveil the following statement in regards to last night's Florida Cabinet Distributors World 600 inaugural event. The race was, at the time, declared the winner Matthew David Wood. However, after a process of appeals that was decided by the NASRA Board of Commissioners, it has been determined they could not find any penalty caused for Malik Ray to be disqualified. For that reason, Greenville, South Carolina's Malik Ray has been declared officially the winner of the NASRA World 600. The following is a statement from NASRA President Brady LaBeouf. Before this turns into more than what it was expected to be, Malik Ray appealed his EOL decision after the discretion of the race director on Sunday night for lane changing, and he has won it, meaning that he is officially the winner. Since the field never went back racing after the final caution came out, the results of the race will stem from when everything took place as the clock expired. Malik Ray is now again declared the winner of the Florida Cabinet Distributors inaugural World NASRA 600. I've already spoken to Malik Ray and Matthew David Wood personally. These situations suck for everyone involved, including the time limit of the race, the outcome, and the finish. We operate on a budget, and that is what we were allowed to do yesterday. Thank you, however, though, for everyone that came out yesterday in running the NASRA 600 or the NASRA Indy 500 and raced in either or both, or your support or for watching. For the most part, we are very happy with the NASRA 1100 experience. We look forward to doing this in the future. However, we have learned a lot where we can make it better next year and for more times to come. Be on the lookout for details on our next big event. Again, Malik Ray has now been declared the winner of the inaugural NASRA World Florida Cabinet Distributors 600. And we welcome you to the NASRA 360 Racing Network. Jacob Reeves, the Redneck Announcer. Alongside, I'm Wesley Outland, and we are getting ready, Jacob, to go to Atlanta, Super Speedway Atlanta. Would you have it any other way? Quarterfinals, round 2. And we've already got a guy like Cofield that's put himself in to the playoffs. As you see the bracket, it's popping up here with the bracket. And we will unveil it here in a little bit. We'll give you the lineup very quickly because I think we're coming to the green flag as we get ready for this event. How about Roger Diebold on the pole, along with Joey Stiers, Colton Hogan, Jonathan Cofield, Cole Larson, Cole Henriksen, row 3, Luke Smith, Adam Newton, row 4, as well as Matt Cherry, Joshua Suss. If you want to give the lineup, I've already given the top 10. Matt Cherry and Cole Larson, row number 6. Jacob, good evening, buddy. We're ready to do this again at Hot Atlanta.
Yeah, absolutely, Westside, and good evening to you, and good evening to everybody out there as well. And real quick, before we do get a chance, I do want to say Brady LaBeouf is a badass for making every bit of that comment right there, 100%. Well, I mean, that's exactly, the boss man, obvious class out of him. And speaking of which, back there with Lucas Lyons, Luke Smith, Brady LaBeouf, the Spice Man, Chris Simmons, Brad Chew, Joshua Suss, Phil Pappas, Tyler Goodwin, Cody Dodd, Bo Tiffany, Lee Bailey III, and Shane Trotter, the top 24.
The rest of the lineup will find J.D. Larson, Jeffrey Johnson, Chad Ross, James Kaufman on row number 14, top 30, with Nate Maurer, Tyler Dittmer. Good to see Tyler in the house, originally from Virginia, now up, I believe, in Washington State or wherever the good military sends him. He starts 30th, and then it's going to be Tom Lester, Dan Hagan, Adam Newbert, the inaugural series champion from Toccoa for swim. Raul Meza will start 34th. Race control is ready with TJ Moore, and we're ready to go as well. Dean Hopton on production, and we are set for the Glass Mechanic 225. So it's in the rearview mirror. Malik Ray finally wins the NASRA Major, and now we set our sights on the resumption of the quarterfinals in the NASRA DSR Electric Truck Series. Pace Truck is still pacing the field. 1 to go indication.
Yeah, Wesley, and I'll say this. You just talked about it, obviously, here at Atlanta. There you see the playoff grid of everybody that we got going on right here. Tom Lester got knocked out. Blanchard got knocked out. Suss is out. Knott is out. Johnson is out. And Tiffany is out. Everybody's sitting right here with these 6 spots with 3 different drivers at each bracket. They will be trying to gun to be the final 2 in their preferred bracket. But Wesley, you talked about it. Atlanta Motor Speedway, 1.5 miles right here in the great state of Georgia. Absolutely love this place. The only track in the circuit with NASRA that I've got a damn win at. And I got to tell you, if any other place, this is where I would want to win. The only win I've ever got here at the Atlanta Motor Speedway, the Super Speedway version, I wouldn't have it any other way. Winning my home state, you can't beat it.
Atlanta Motor Speedway, now known as Echo Park Speedway, Atlanta. That was announced the other day. And we're about ready to see this happen. By the way, Super Speedway style. Remember, the track redone. This is the Super Speedway layout. It is fast. It is repaved. It will make it very interesting to see what happens. And yes, like Daytona or Talladega, keep your eye out for the big one. Green flag is in the air. The Glass Mechanic 225 is underway at Atlanta, and you got a race.
Well, baby, here we go, getting it started with Roger Diebold down there on the inside. Jonathan Cofield right behind him. Joey Stiers, 23, up on the top side. Colton Hogan right behind him. We'll take a little bit from get up full saw. One driver jumps to the bottom. That is Jonathan Cofield all the way down on the bottom of the racetrack. He's going to the back, and he's doing it on purpose.
The field rumbles off the corner. Put a lap on the board. Remember, this is 225 miles, 145 laps. Take a look at the stage information, race information, bottom right. It'll pop up in a moment. There it is. Stage 1, caution, lap 30. Glass Mechanic Stage 2, pardon the pun, in the Glass Mechanic 225. That'll take us to lap 70, just after halfway. And then they'll push it for another 75 laps for the finish to lap 145. Diebold in the lead, down to the inside. Remember the color codes of the teams and the brackets they represent. Diebold won a few months ago, and he wants to look for that second career NASRA win. However, Stiers on the outside as he works his Toyota up a hill as they work the 3.
Yeah, and he's got Cole Larson in the 20 lined up right behind him, trying to give him the shove as well, folks. Obviously, as Wesley Allen talked about, Atlanta went through a little bit of a transition or change, if you will, back in 2022. Was the old version, the wore-out version. A lot of drivers loved it. A lot of our racers loved it as well. And then when we got to the Super Speedway model, they were like, I don't know what the hell to expect. Well, none of us knew what to expect. But I will say this, even though it is a Super Speedway model, it has done great things. I mean, it's made some of the best racing. Honestly, I'm for it. I love it. And I'm telling you right now, these guys really going to have to be patient and be at their wits here tonight in Atlanta, because you can easily, one wrong move here and you can be done for the evening.
You're exactly right. Bracket on the bottom, you see the bracket colors of the teams that they represent. And, of course, Jonathan Cofield has punched his ticket into the semifinal round. Right now, Cofield, man, I don't even see him anywhere on the scoring pylon. He might not even showed up to race tonight, because, he's going to the semifinals, Jacob. That's the joy of knowing he won. No, my apologies. He's at 28. He's just in the back.
I mean, and Wesley, you think about that right there. Obviously, with Jonathan Cofield started 5th, he's dropped all the way back to the 28th position. Taylor Peacock started 6th, actually. He's jumped back to the 27th spot. And a couple of others up here, like Kerry Chabu back there in the 16th spot. Andrew Harris back at 18th. This is normal. This is just like we see at Daytona and Talladega, where guys will start up at the front, get the track position, go ahead and get that pit box selection, be closer to the end of pit road, and then right there on lap 1, drop it down to the bottom and ride at the back and just try to mess all the chaos.
And the smart thing for these guys to do right now was just ride nose to tail. Inside, outside. Somebody just chimed in, a friend of ours. It's pretty funny, Dean. Sean Gibbs says, how in the hell do you and Jacob still have voices after calling 1,100 miles yesterday? By the grace of God, my friend, and obviously training ourselves, I guess. How to train your dragon, how to train your announcer, Jacob. It was, by the way, a privilege to working with you yesterday, my friend, and Dean as well.
Yes, absolutely, Wesley Allen. I mean, it was a pleasure to work with you as well, Dane Hopton, and hopefully everybody at home enjoyed it. And I agree with Wesley Allen. It is by the grace of God that we still have voices here today on the Monday Night DSR Electric Truck Series. It's by the grace of God, and cold beer will soothe the throat 9 ways to Sunday. It really does help out a lot.
I didn't drink anything. I drank some Red Bull, a couple of sodas, but bottle of water or two, but fun times down in the corner here at Echo Park Speedway, Atlanta is right now. Dean Hopton, I know he's got to be exhausted, man. I bet you he crashed when he got off the air last night. Yeah,
I'll say this, Wesley. I bet
do not disturb on his phone in its door.
Well, Wesley, I bet you he crashed harder than some of the Delara Hour 18s that we saw in the Serpro Indy 500. Some of those cars was absolutely totaled when we watched that race. I'm sure he crashed harder than those guys did yesterday afternoon. But check this out, this battling up here with Diebold still holding on to this lead. Steyer's trying to work this top side. Wesley, we're going to see it. If there is a long green flag run, these guys down on the bottom side will eventually start to get tied. The guys up on the top side actually start getting a little bit loose, so you're going to actually see the outside lane able to get better runs and try to shoot around the guys on the bottom, because the guys on the bottom, they're going to get tied. They'll have to get out of the gas, because if they don't, they'll slide right up into Joey Steyer's like you're seeing Diebold in them right now. Still early on to actually get into that tight phase, but the more and more and more that they try to keep it on the bottom and try to keep it from hitting the guys on the top, it will start to wear out that right front tire, and that inside lane will start to shift higher and higher and get up into that outside groove.
Oh, you're right. You're exactly right. We'll watch that unfold as they'll get ready to come back to the line. Another lap of the board, just getting started here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Jacob Reeves, Wesley Outland with you. Look at the battle for the lead. There's Roger Diebold on the inside. Remember the Bracket Challenge playoffs format this year. We're in the quarterfinals for the NASRA DSR Electric Truck Series. If you are the top man in your scene, you advance. We watched this plethora of colorful trucks in a kaleidoscope work across the dog leg, back into turn number 1. Put it now to the Team Orange bracket. Joey Stiers, Jacob, he's now going to be the new leader as they work the back straightaway here at Echo Park Speedway, Atlanta.
I mean, to be honest with you, if Joey Stiers didn't want to lead the race, he should have already jumped down to the bottom and got the hell out of Dodge, because Cole Larson is all over his tailgate, shoving him up there on that outside lane. He was clear there for a second to be able to jump down in front of Roger Diebold, but Diebold jumps up, gets up on the inside lane, shoots back up there and blocks that fast. Now Stiers is clear once again. Stiers doesn't look like he wants to jump to the bottom and then drop anchor and go back there with Cofield and Peacock. Stiers wants to get up there. He wants to get that name called. He wants to lead here tonight in Atlanta.
And we watch it happen again. By the way, archives of the NASRA Serve Pro Indy 500 inaugural event and the inaugural NASRA Florida Cabinet Distributors World 600 from yesterday are available on the NASRA 360 Racing Network broadcast pages. And if you're driving down the road, Jacob Reeves, and you want to listen on the radio play-by-play style on the Community Radio Network archives at wearecrn.com and all major podcast platforms outlets as well. As here they come off the corner. Stiers on the outside. Diebold on the bottom. Larson right there. And we work our way back into the corner here. And a quick stage 1 as we're nearing about 12 remaining here.
Yeah, I mean, these stages is going to go by really, really fast, especially if they keep it clean and keep it green just like they're doing. Nobody wanting to shoot 3 wide just yet. Usually we may see it later on in the race where guys may try to shoot the middle or go all the way up against the green outside retaining wall. Maybe do it very early. 3 wide. Diebold stuck in the middle. He is going backers with Hendrickson down on the inside. Cole Hendrickson goes to the lead, and this is what the fans love to see in Atlanta. 3 wide. Diebold now fighting back.
Yeah, this is where the action is, as you just mentioned. Watching him again, working in the corner, in the fence, hold on to it. Boy, that was fun. It's still a long way to go. Here's a look at it again as they work down into turn number 3. Just not the time to be aggressive right now, Jacob. I just think you got to be patient here. Just, it's not time to possibly put yourself in the garage area earlier or go on the damaged vehicle clock. Remember, there is no fast repair in this series.
Joey Stiers looked like that was a 23 back there. I got up into the fence. Yeah, I agree with you, Wesley. You don't want to get too aggressive right here. This early on here in the Glass Mechanic 225 in Atlanta, I mean, you want to try to take your time, not get too crazy out of this. But I will say this. Everybody here in the DSR Electric Truck Series, these guys are pretty damn good at super speedway racing. We've seen it at Daytona and Talladega, much like one another. These guys know how to do it here on these super speedways, but they know when to get aggressive too. I think that move that Hendrickson did to get around Diebold, I think he just had enough of riding behind him, wanted to make it a little interesting, shoot down to the inside and try to make something happen. Only problem is Diebold was able to fire back on the outside, and now he's right back in front of him.
It's in the chat box tonight, man. I guess everybody's about as worn out in the chat box from yesterday. Come on, people, wake up, wake up. 24 hours in Nuremberg. And you know what? I wonder if that was another, hey, here you go. Wake up! There you go. Get your tail out of bed, you sleepyhead. No, we had fun. We had fun. And historic day yesterday. You know, Jacob, there were good things, and obviously I will be honest with you. I thought everything was great till the end of the 600. But man, it's a learning experience, and obviously Brady. That's why I enjoy working for the guy. You know, you said yesterday I ain't kissing nobody's butt, and I'm not doing it either. But I'll say that's why I enjoy being a part of the Nazareth family as long as I have since COVID in 2020, and then coming back again at around 2022 I think it was, and with that being said, Raw Mezza's in the house, man. But I was going to say though, Jacob, that I mean, it's a family, and Brady obviously is like he's like Big Daddy, and he's our father, and he retracts or he enforces what the statement should be. And we had fun. We had fun yesterday, and we're gonna make it bigger and better. Just like the Nazareth 500. You thought the first one was great. Wait till you see what we do in January of 2026. And you heard it in the end of the statement, Jacob. Stay tuned for details of another major Nazareth special event coming soon. As Googly Eyes Andrew Harris is having a good time right now, sitting in the top 10, top 15.
Everybody likes that. That's what we love. We love it here on the National 360 Racing Network. I'm sure Andrew Harris likes that very much. I'm not real sure about that VR. I don't really know about that. That right there, that right there would be some Intimidator goggles. Because if I saw that actually behind me, I'd get out of the way and just let them go, because that'd scare the crap out of me. But here we go. Dive on. Still up there at the front. Lucas Lyons started 13th in the field. Yeah, he's up here. Kermit the Frog. Here he comes, Luke Smith up here behind Lucas Lyons, and we got a caution.
And a yellow flag. They're wrecking behind them. A couple of trucks involved. Caution out. Surf Pro. Yellow flag. Matt Cherry spinning. Now trying to get back in right position. James Kaufman involved. And some other trucks and littered on the front straightaway. I think Jeffrey Johnson got a piece of it as well. Here's a Pulse Poppers instantly right down below Meza. There's something that happened as Kaufman was already airborne. And then Goodwin into Cherry. Broadfoot diving to the bottom to miss him in that 22. That's Shane Trotter, correction. Shane Trotter from Ashboro.
Yeah, there's a possibility out of that West South.
He got a piece of it with a 33. Yeah, I'm wondering that. Watch this. Whoa.
Oh, Jeffrey able to get by it. But you saw Kaufman right there get tagged right there. I'm curious, Wesley, if maybe it was a bad lane change. Somebody wanted to try to jump down into a certain lane. We'll check it out right here, see what happened from James Kaufman. You saw him go around, make hard impact with outside retaining wall. Andrew Harris, 87 right there. You see him up top. No, Harris just snapped. He just got seriously loose. You can get seriously loose, even on the Super Speedway model here at Atlanta. The old school model, guys would always get loose off of turn 4. They get loose off of turn 2 a lot of times as well. But even with the Super Speedway model, you will snap loose coming off of turn 4. And it looks like Harris just kind of got in a bad spot right there. Didn't look like he was on the seam or nothing, but he just snaps loose, comes down, gets Kaufman. Kaufman nowhere to go. Harris hits the outside. Hell, he blanked out before he hit the wall.
Wow.
And then Kaufman nails the outside retaining wall, and then he gets T-boned afterwards.
Another look at it again. Watch Andrew Harris in the 87. By the way, remember, there is 1 lap left in stage 1. I got a feeling it's probably going to end under caution, and of course, that will be the end of the stage. Remember, the stage number is enforced. There's no, well, this is the lap ahead and we're going to that stage. No, if it's lap 30, Jacob, then that is lap 30, and we're coming up on the final lap of stage 1 here at Echo Park Speedway, Atlanta. So Diebold is going to work his way into turn 4, back onto the quad oval, and he will get one more lap remaining here, or at least, one lap to go here, Jacob. And when they come to green, they're going to end the stage. Go figure.
That's what it looks like to me. I mean, kind of, throw you for a little bit of a loop, but nobody wanted to pit right there. Obviously, if we saw our race details just a second ago, these guys can go a good ways on their fuel. If you see it right there, obviously on your screen, 85%, they can make it to the end of stage 2 presented by the Glass Mechanic on their fuel. If it was a full tank, they could easily go over 70 laps at that point. That was a full tank. Now, if you go at the 70 lap mark right there, a bunch of guys may be cutting it off, shutting it off, and trying to make it all the way to the end, but Diebold gets the win. One other thing I do want to mention, though, Wesley Outland, iRacing has now implemented a way that these guys have got to get down pit road, and you see it right there as they work their way through turn 3 and 4. You'll see it down the bottom of the racetrack that there is that line, that white line, not the red and white line that they cannot go below to improve their position. It's the other white line down on the bottom. They've got to enter going into turn 3 under green to be able to make that pit stop. So they can't just pull off a turn 4 and go down there. They got to go through turn 3 to do it.
Oh, wow. Well, pace car, or pace truck for that matter, drops onto the pit lane. This would officially be the end of stage 1. Green flag in the air. And you see what I meant. we drop a green and we go right past the top 10, crossing the scoring pylon, and we're right back under yellow again. And this lets us take a break as well. Roger Diebold on the other side. Here, playoffs, NASCAR DSR Truck Series from Echo Park Speedway, Atlanta. The quarterfinals roll on in the Glass Mechanic 225, and that stage 2 is next.
For Murph's Magical Creations, home to custom laser engraving and gifts. This veteran-owned and operated company engraves for all occasions. If you want one of Murph's Magical Creations, call the number on your screen or commission through either Instagram or via email. Murph's Magical Creations, made with love for you.
Back here at the formerly known Atlanta Motor Speedway, announced last week that it's Echo Park Speedway Atlanta. Jacob Reeves, Wesley Outland, and it is Glass Mechanic stage number 2 at the Glass Mechanic 225. And Roger Diebold will win the opening stage, and I think we are trying to snatch him up wherever he's at, bring him in our chat box here, get his thoughts real quickly, as I got a feeling because they just wrapped up a caution, they're getting ready to probably come back to green really, really quickly. But I don't see Roger Diebold anywhere. Help me out. Thank you.
Yeah,
thank you.
I'm here.
Thank you, Jacob. Roger, stage 1 winner, man. Looking good out there right now.
Oh yeah, I mean, I wanted to pit, but the way it kind of shook out there, I just decided to take the stage win, and we got about 15 laps until I need to come get some gas. So we'll see what happens here. It's a little loose, a little tight. So hopefully everybody's on the same page and kind of takes it easy.
Roger, real quick, one thing about that, you was talking about another 15 laps. You got to make a pit stop real quick. How's it going to be trying to get into turn 3 and try not to overblow it, jump up in front of everybody and try to make this pit stop?
Extremely treacherous.
Well, we'll watch and see what happens, buddy. Thanks for your time. Roger Diebold, winner of stage one, got a win, his first ever career win a few weeks ago as we come back to green at Atlanta. And this is officially Glass Mechanics stage number 2. This will take us to lap number 70.
And Wesley, if you think about that, Roger Diebold, when he got that win at Phoenix, he only led one lap. He led the last lap, got around Lucas Lyons, was able to get that. Ironically enough, Lucas Lyons up here battling for the lead with Roger Diebold, as well up here with Kermit the Frog, Luke Smith up here trying to make some noise up here as well. But Roger Diebold's already bypassed what he did at Phoenix. He's already led more than one lap. Hell, he's led most of the race all the way up through here and got him a stage one win as well.
Yeah, what a talent he is, no doubt, as we watch them work their way down into the corner again. We saw how aggressive it got just around the end of that first stage. It was kind of quiet until then. I got a feeling we might see that same scenario happen again. By the way, I'd be remiss to say a big thank you to Huck Wigington and Michael McKinnon jumping in the booth and joining us at the end of the broadcast last night of the NASCAR World 600. Also, Jacob, cool to hear from them.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, great to hear from Huck Wigington, Michael McKinnon. Great to see Michael back out there. Great to see that he's going to be back out racing for season 11 of the Concerns of Police Survivors Truck Series. So that'll be a big deal to see Michael getting out there racing with Blue Line Racing as well. You know, I'm pretty sure Michael might have had him a couple of cold ones last night while he was sitting back watching World 600 with us as well. But good to have both of them up here and had the racers insight, because it's been a while since I've actually been out here racing with these guys, Wesley. So it's good to have some fresh knowledge of these guys that's been out here racing, you know, on the Friday night series and also here on the Monday night series as well.
Well, there's a quote that I remember from you that I'll always keep in my memory bank, equilibrium or medulla oblongata, and that is, have yourselves a cold one on me, we got us one. And that was right here in Atlanta. Abrasive Atlanta, not super speedway Atlanta, but you have one here before. Your only NASCAR win in the Cops Truck Series came here.
Yeah, absolutely, Wes. I mean, actually, it was the Super Speedway version. It was a photo finish. I remember it, you know, Chris Blanchard probably still has nightmares of that finish. I mean, it was a photo finish down to the line. I mean, it was 000 going across the line. It was in the Concerns of Police Survivors Truck Series. I was supposed to call that race. You got, or you was able to jump in. I think something happened that Friday night. You wasn't able to do real broadcasting, so you was able to jump in and was able to jump up here and take my spot and let me race. And I mean, it's like you said in that, actually. I mean, you can't make this up. I mean, it all worked out 100% perfect. And I'll say this: I might not ever win a damn championship with NASCAR, but I'll say this: I got me a win, and I'll take that all day long. That was my very first league race win at all in any league that I've ever raced in, and I'm so happy that it was a part of NASCAR.
They're working on 30 laps to go here in stage number 2, presented by the Glass Mechanic here in Atlanta. Hey, by the way, something that we haven't really hinted on a lot about, this race will finish under the lights, and that's going to be something unique as well. Let's look at the weather conditions on the bottom right of your monitor. Take a look at this. Track temp at right now, 82 degrees. Ambient sim temp is 77 degrees. It's clear conditions. A little wind from the northeast at 4 miles an hour. And the humidity, though, Jacob, is nothing like where it was close to 100 last night in Charlotte.
No, I mean, it's nowhere near that. I mean, obviously, you know, with these cool temperatures that we're going to see here tonight, the track's going to get grippy. We're going to see the speeds. These guys obviously going to get more aggressive with some of the moves that they're making. But that temperature being as low that it is right there, that is going to be perfect racing condition here for the super speedway version of Atlanta. Real grippy out here on this brand new asphalt. Well, not brand new. I mean, it's about 3 years old, but still, it's relatively new. But this sucker's got a lot of grip in it, and we're gonna see these guys literally using every bit of the grip that they can use here tonight.
Erickson in the lead, down to the inside of the 101 Designs entry. Right there, his Toyota up in front. Larson right there on the outside of the Mountain Dew Baja Blast entry. The blue number 20 and the 53 Lucas Lyons right there in that mix as they work to get into the back straightaway, and a little shuffle jive not happening yet. As there goes now, Lyons clearing by Diebold, stage 1 winner, and Larson up high as they work in 3 and 4.
And Wesley, one other thing, if you actually see right there where Cole Hendrickson is, he's in that red group in the playoff grid, and Hendrickson coming into the night, he's out. He's not in the next round. Brady LaBeouf and others, Brady LaBeouf, he's actually at the top in that red group. Hendrickson is the one that is actually out. If he wins here tonight in Atlanta, then it will come down to Brady LaBeouf and the other driver that is in that red group. So Hendrickson could spoil that red group party and lock himself into the next round with a win.
Hendrickson's got to hold off Lyons, though, to the back straightaway as Larson now, the Chevrolet way up high, as a couple of trucks dropping down below the inside of the double white and red line. Could they be boxing coming down to the pit lane here early, Jacob, as they work off 4?
Yeah, I mean, Adam Newton, one of them that's jumping down pit road, looked like he was the only driver. Nope, excuse me. Joey Steyer's going in. Stephen Thomas going in. Nate Maurer going in. Bunch of these boys right here sliding down pit road, jumping it through. Like I said, got to enter through turn 3 and 4. Keep it down on the apron of the racetrack. But a lot of guys out there with sick-wetted motorsports slipping down through, a chrome racing, I should say. All these guys jumping down for what is scheduled green flag pit stops.
Lyons in the lead. Thanks for those that are watching. Subscribe and like. If we have some new followers from yesterday's successful NASRA 1100, we do appreciate it. I want to say congratulations to Hamilton Akabuzi from New Jersey, and South Carolina's Malik Ray winning in the NASRA 1100, 500 at Indy, 600 at Charlotte. And there goes Lucas Lyons on the inside. The Spice Man, Chris Cinnamon, not in the championship drive, but he is racing to the lead in Atlanta into turn number 3.
Yeah, and a lot of drivers jumping down pit road right there. Roger Diebold, one of them. Cole Larson, I should say, one of them. Lee Bailey, the third, sliding down pit road as well. So 3 of them elected to jump down below the apron. Wow, Lee Bailey, the third, almost ran into Cole Larson, able to jump on the binders, get on the brakes and not run him over, but he come close to running him over. Now we got others jumping down on the inside, going into turn 3 to make their green flag pit stops as well. Lucas Lyons and looks to be Kermit the Frog, Luke Smith.
So pit stops are happening. That's now Cinnamon, one of the drivers that are just racing for winning. Just wants to win. He's not racing for the championship for Upfront Motorsports, but he's a former champion. Season 3 champion, that is. Up high. From Canada, Alabama's Jonathan Cofield. From the number 58, he won last week. He put himself in the semifinals, Jacob, and now the Mumford, Alabama Auburn fan of the 58, Cofield in the lead of the back straightaway.
Yeah, I mean, you just talked about it. You got Canada up top, Jonathan Cofield from Alabama down there on the bottom side. Brian Chew hard going into turn number 3. Like I said, from what I understand, from what TJ Moore explained in the drivers' meeting, as far as I'm concerned, these guys all the way down on the apron when they hit turn 3. There is no speed limit down there on the apron. They can go as fast as they want, just as long as they do not go above that white line or come up on the racetrack. But once they get right there to the entrance of pit road, then they got to go by the pit road speed limit, which is obviously 45 miles an hour. So these guys got to be very careful down there on the apron. They're going to let them loose. They can't judge, or they can't police their speed on the apron. They can police it in the pits, but they can't police it on the apron. So you can go as hard as you want, but if you so much as screw up going there too fast, slide up in front of everybody and wipe out the whole field, it will be your tail on that. So race director TJ Moore not playing on that one.
Just saw Raw Meza a moment ago on the bottom right of the camera, and there he is now in the top 5, right behind Cinnamon. As Cofield up top side now, trying to get the outside lane formed. And as we approach probably about 15 to go, which is right about now when they come to the line, off 4 next time by, Jacob, I got a feeling you're about to get them. Snap, crackle, pop, 3 wide and more. As I say that, here comes that tandem of 2 packs and more. Working on 4 with Cofield leading that cavalry. And there's 2 separate now packs of racing amongst themselves, also separated as they go into 3 and 4.
Yeah, and Adam Newton right here in this pack, they've already made their green flag pit stop, so they're good to go. They can make it all the way to the end of stage 2 presented by the Glass Mechanic. These other guys, depending on how much they saved, they may can, but odds are 9 times out of 10, Cofield, Cinnamon, Sush, Trotter, Goodwin, all these guys, they are going to have to make a green flag pit stop. What will they do? Will they take tires or will they take gas? Will they take gas just to see if they can get out in front of everybody else? I wouldn't do that. That's just me. Obviously, this is a super speedway, but the tires wear here just a little bit more than what they would at Daytona and Talladega. There is tire wear here at the Atlanta Motor Speedway super speedway version. So if you're going down pit road, at least get you 4 freshies and then send it back out there.
Back across the line, heading to 1. Cofield in tow. Behind them, Cinnamon and Joshua Suss up there as well. Let the 28 get in the dogfight. And you put that now side by side, racing along one another. That's Trotter, by the way, the 22 on the bottom from Asheboro. Remember, he had problems earlier. He has worked his way back up into the top 5. And Officer Suss from Kansas, how do you do? Back to blue, going after Cofield as they worked into 1 again.
Yeah, kind of looks like he's got a little collar shirt going on right there. Not 100% if he's trying to play dress up. I guess he figured he was going to be on the cab tonight. He may as well go ahead and dress up and actually look, decent, I guess. I guess that was his mindset. But the 80 of Joshua Suss, remember, he got knocked out. He did not make it to the round of 3 that we have for this playoff grid kind of style. He didn't make it into this next round. So Suss is up here just racing for fun, for the win, and for the money, and for, like Dean Hopkins says, for the girl, the Nicole Kidman of all of them. So, Suss is still racing for something. He's not racing for a championship, but at the same time, he's still racing for something.
Jared, what did Smokey tell the snowman? For the money, for the glory, and for the fun. Mostly for the money. And Colton Hogan in the 5 goes around, bottom of the apron. Under caution here as we approach the final 10 laps remaining in Glass Mechanic stage number 2. You got a thing for Nicole Kidman, Dean? You got a... Oh, yeah, she was beautiful back in the day, yeah. You're not going to do anything weird to my leg, are you, Cole? Whoa, Lions into Hogan. Maurer down to the inside into Stiers. And that's why we're in a caution, Jacob. You better stop laughing. I know you are.
I am laughing. I am laughing my tail off over here. All these guys that you see before you, though, all these guys had already pitted. So you see what happens right there. You see Hogan, he slides up. Lyons tried to jump 3 wide. Hogan shoves it down across his nose. Hogan actually gets airborne. There's Maurer. Stires gets into the back of Maurer, wasn't expecting it all. And then Maurer goes for a ride. He gets back tires. Hell, all 4 tires actually got up in the air. Maurer hits the wall just barely taps it, and Hogan gets sent for a spin. Could have been a lot worse, Wesley. There was a lot of trucks in that pack. It could have been a lot worse than what we actually saw right there.
Another look at it again. There's the 5, the 53 into the 5, and then Maurer. Look at how lucky Maurer got. Wow, holy cow. Did you see how lucky he got? He did get hit from the back by Stires, but Maurer was going to be okay.
It could have been a lot worse. That could have been a lot worse, honestly, West Outlet. Check it out right here. You see Lyons up here on this top side. Watch Hogan. Hogan's going to come up the racetrack. He gets tight, loose, something happened. Lyons tried to pull the slider, went down to the middle, and Hogan just went right across his nose and spun himself out. And Lyons is able to carry on, but I mean, you know, Lyons made an aggressive move. He shot to the middle. He wanted to try to get in front of Hogan. I mean, when that outside lane, when one guy slides up and they get tight, loose, however you want to look at it, they slide up in front of them, it's going to kill the line. So Lyons is thinking, hey, I'm just going to gas up. I'm going to shoot through the middle and try to lead this outside lane. Hogan wasn't thinking that. Hogan wanted to jump down in front of him. Bad part was he was too late and he spun himself out.
Well, let's see. Let's see here. I'm looking at my scoring ticker. Last time they pitted was lap number 28. So I mean, you know what, Jacob? They might think there's going to be another caution. I bet you that's what's going to happen.
Well, I mean, if they pitted at lap 28, then these guys right here, they flipped it, basically, is what they did. Cofield, Cinnamon, Suss, all these guys, they flipped the stage. So they went down at 28. They should be able to make it. It's going to be close to be able to make it all the way to 70. But these guys up at the front, they should make it and flip the stage. The rest of them, they was up there at the front. They went ahead and they wanted the stage points. Those other guys, when we had that caution right there with that wreck on the front stretch on lap 28, these guys at the back, they jumped down pit road. They got 4 freshies. It got filled up full of fuel. So that's why these guys, they're basically flip-flopping it right here. And the bad part is everybody else that pitted, they was not wanting this. This all screwed up because there's 13 of them on the lead lap right now, Wesley.
Yeah.
Green flag.
Back on our way, green flag. Keep an eye on Chad Ross in the GM number 38 on the outside. Restarted in around the top 12. These guys are the ones that went to the pit lane, took on new tires and fuel. You ever heard of the equivalent of bringing a knife to a gunfight? We could possibly see it here with 6 to go when they come to the line here in stage number 2, presented by Glass Mechanic here at Echo Park Speedway, Atlanta, Jacob.
I mean, obviously, this is going to get good in the neighborhood. And as Wesley would say, not at your local Applebee's. Here comes Cofield down on the bottom side. I'm sorry, Wesley, I'm stealing your lines. But Cinnamon down on the inside. Here comes the 22 Shea Trotter up on the top side. Now they're getting a little bit frisky up here. They want to make something happen, try to win stage 2. Presented by the Glass Mechanic. Kerry Tribune falling back a little bit. Joshua Sussed up here in the mix. Raul Meza to join as well, and Tyler Denver in the 34, he's up here in this mix as well.
5 remaining now in stage number 2. It's Cinnamon on the inside. The Spice Man, Chris Cinnamon, into that spot. Right there behind him, trying to go 3 wide, and we got him almost hitting the fence off the safer barrier in turn 2. And they're in a shower of sparks with Cinnamon Cofield up the hill, and they're 3 wide behind them.
How about Matt Cherry right here? This 54 shooting around the outside, jumped right in behind Jonathan Cofield. He shot around Shane Trotter like he was sitting still. Cherry, at that last lap, he was around the 8th, 9th spot. Got a run on the outside, made it work, made it stick. Now he's going more, going for the lead. Cofield stuck in the middle, Trotter behind Cherry. Cinnamon on the bottom side with Joshua Suss to help.
Cofield got around. Look at Cherry. Cherry had problems earlier. Remember what happened to him. He's fought his way right back in this again, or not. Oh, Tiffany, a shot to Cherry. Cherry, a little wiggle, jiggle, giggle, bobble, and he held on to it. It's Cofield up the hill. You've got Trotter in the wall. Hold on to it, guys. Falling back. Man, it's getting good. Watch this now with Suss, Copper, Kansas in the lead of the 80. 2 to go at the line here in stage number 2.
Yeah, Suss, I thought he was going to be able to hold on to it, but Matt Cherry had absolutely nowhere, and the 54 takes it down the bottom side. Suss with no help. Spiceman Chris Cinnamon to follow him as well. Here comes Raul Meza in the 37. Bo Tiffany, his hands are tied. He can't get around Suss, but Suss may end up getting a bump draft right here and be able to shoot up through here, make something happen as we're coming to the final lap of stage 2 presented by the Glass Mechanic.
Cherry crashed in the first stage. Now leading in stage number 2. Powers to the inside. Gets around Suss. Cinnamon, former champion, gives him a push. And they all get their chess pieces in order to head to the payout window for the 3rd and final stage of 75 laps coming up. Here they come, working off at turn number 4. Down on the line, Matt Cherry. From worst in stage 1 to first in stage 2. He wins the 2nd stage here in the Glass Mechanic 225. Wow.
Wesley, the move that Matt Cherry made on the outside lane, I mean, he shot around them like they were sitting still. I think he might have spooked them a little bit. Shane Trotter, he went around Shane Trotter, and Trotter was not expecting him. He just snapped loose in the 22. He went all the way back to 10th to finish here in stage 2. But Cherry put the muscle down, put the hammer down, if you will, gassed up, went around him, and he ends up winning stage 2. I mean, awesome run right there at the end. I think that caution worked out perfectly for Matt Cherry.
Two stages down. One more stage to go. Matt Cherry around the other side, and pit stops are coming up. We'll recap it and get you ready for the final stage at Echo Park Speedway, Atlanta. Stay with us. NASRA DSR Truck Series quarterfinal playoff action returns.
For Murph's Magical Creations. Home to custom laser engraving and gifts. This veteran-owned and operated company engraves for all occasions. If you want one of Murph's Magical Creations, call the number on your screen or commission through either Instagram or via email. Murph's Magical Creations, made with love for you.
We got beef in the broadcast booth. Shall I hear it?
We got beef right here, Joe.
There we go. Did you say
Yeah,
you
but
like playing
Dean.
spas? Is that what you said?
Dean, nobody races them damn road courses. We don't care about Spa, Monza, and all that other stuff.
Yeah, I hate to break your
They
heart,
did.
Jacob, but
I
they
had to
really do,
sleep.
man. They love it. I mean, they do.
They did. I had to sleep. I had to work today.
You're gonna tell me you didn't like the
respect
you're gonna tell me you didn't like the IndyCar race yesterday at Indy?
No, I'm talking about that. I mean, that's fine. I get that, but I'm talking about the. Oh, see, here we go. See, we got. See, this is sad.
We got beef right here, Joe.
Really, Dean? Come on now. Come on. When you pull it up and
Nobody
you show
can hear him, right? He's just talking to talk. Everybody,
yeah, he's gonna start
people
all
think we're
this. And then
crazy,
nobody
you
can
know.
hear him, and everybody's like, "Oh, yeah, we're talking to AI or
Yeah,
something." You know,
yeah,
that's what it looks like.
Hello, hello, hello. Is there anybody in there? Ah. Hello, everybody. One Show Gaming 13, Andrew Harris, Jacob Crawford, Dustin Gordon. Where's JC Coker at tonight, Jacob? Where's your Trump fan?
Don't even start with that.
Right?
I don't know. I mean, I'll take the man for I'll take the man for his word. I mean, I mean, if he says he had a troll, he had a troll. I'm all for it. We don't want to lose viewers, we don't want to lose fans and everything. And so I'll take it for I'll take it. If that's what he is. I mean, if he's real, I'm all for it.
He's your friend.
Hang on, we're not going green.
Are they hearing you right now? Are you? Can they hear you? Or are you just talking to?
Hang on.
I'm sorry. I don't believe those stats. I really don't. I just don't think that Formula One has the popularity basis that you think there is. I just don't. I mean, the TV numbers in the U.S. don't even add up to that. Thank you. I rest my case. You're an
Matt, what do you
American,
think
Jack.
about Formula One? What do you think about Formula One, Matt?
Matt Cherry, what's up, buddy? Stage 2 winner, man. What do you think of Formula One? We're just going off track here.
Formula One, I'm not a very big fan of it.
Oh. He said Formula. He said Formula who? I thought that was something you put in babies' bottles.
Yeah, anything you turn right in is not for me.
Dave, you're full of it. Anyway, Matt, I will say this, buddy. You made a hell of a move on the outside. I think you might have spooked some of them coming to the end of stage 2 to get the win. Congratulations on that run. Tell us about that pass real quick as we're going back to green.
I did that pass on 63 lap tires. I don't know how I did it, but I took extremely good care of those tires, and I hope to do it again here. But that outside is sweet.
Can you tell me real quickly, Matt, what did it take to get back to the front after having the bad luck you had in the first stage, dude?
I just had to take my time and stick my nose where it didn't belong.
There you go.
And that's
Oh, I cut him off. I know they was going back green. Sorry, Matt.
He said, that's some of a biscuit.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Matt. I'm sorry.
Stage 3 underway now. Here is the push to the checkered flag. By the way, we are halfway in the race. Lap number 73 was halfway. 75 laps in stage number 3. The push to the checkered flag is right now, Jacob, as they work off 4.
Yeah, I mean, it really is. Chad Ross up here at the front as well. Big time battling going on. Brady LaBeouf right here just trying to get himself back on the lead lap. Brian Chew up here as well. Both of these guys trying to race for the lucky dog with Stephen Thomas right behind them. Roger Diebold up here as well. You got to go all the way back to Matt Cherry, who's currently second on the board, but he is way back here behind all this. These guys up here behind Chad Ross, they are racing for the lucky dog. Cherry is way back here around the 16th spot, but he is the guy that's sitting in second. very, very weird to see this with all the guys that's on the lead lap behind everybody that is a lap down.
Don't forget to subscribe and like. By the way, we have on the bottom of the ticker the brackets and what 3 drivers remain in those 3 in the brackets of the 6 different brackets we have. Dean, if you want to throw it up on the screen real quick, just do that. They're on the back straightaway. There it is. And this is listen. If you're in red, you're on the outside looking in. If you're in the 2 white positions in each of the 6 colorful brackets, Jacob, you got to hold on to that spot. Here's the deal, and we talked about this. Some people like it, some people don't. You're racing amongst the people in your bracket, and that's important more than the people you're running with all over the racetrack. It is, but it isn't.
It's crazy, to see how that, or how that playoff bracket is. It is a little bit crazy. We're seeing a little 3 wide, a little door banging up here at the front. These guys really getting after it, trying to get themselves around Chad Ross and get back on the lead lap. Brady LaBeouf stuck in the middle of that with Cody Dodd up here as well. There's Kermit the Frog, Luke Smith involved in this as well. But that playoff grid, Wesley, we saw just a second ago, it is different. A lot of people may sit there and look at it and go, what the hell am I looking at? Am I looking at the March Madness bracket? More or less, that's what you're looking at, but it's Nazareth style. And, Wesley, I'm one person that I don't like a whole lot of change, especially in racing. I really don't like a whole lot of change in racing. Just leave everything alone. This little buff goes around, back in the back, and cautions out. But to my point, I'm all for change if it's good for the sport.
It's Jacob's fault.
I'm sorry.
3 wide. Cherry, bad luck. He's in the fence. And Brady LaBeouf, man. Watch Brady. Oh, man. Poor Brady.
Cherry went high, bounced off the wall, come down and got in LaBeouf. At least that's what it looked like to me. Cherry got up a little bit high. That quad oval, Wesley, we were talking about that last night with the 87s at Charlotte Motor Speedway. That
at Atlanta.
On the
That's
quad
what you said.
oval, huh?
We should do it at Atlanta. That's what you said.
Yeah, I'm all for that, but what I'm talking about for the quad oval is the same thing at Charlotte as it is here. Right there, that quad oval will really screw you up going through there. We saw it a lot with the 87s last night, and we're seeing it here tonight with guys trying to go through that quad oval. The only difference is you're 2 wide and 3 wide most of the night, which is last night it was the 87s, and most of the time you're double wide, maybe even single file. So that quad oval, it's really it's the hardest part of the track, to be honest with you, here at Atlanta Motor Speedway.
Drivers are pitting. We're taking a break. We'll take one with them. My face itches. We're back in a moment. Stay with us.
Are you ready?
For Murph's Magical Creations. Home to custom laser engraving and gifts. This veteran-owned and operated company engraves for all occasions. If you want one of Murph's Magical Creations, call the number on your screen or commission through either Instagram or via email. Murph's Magical Creations, made with love for you.
for you. I don't know about that. Okay, hey, how are y'all doing?
Back here at Atlanta Echo Park Speedway. Newton and Suss, Meza, Godwin, and of course Dittmer in the top 5. We don't see Tyler Dittmer a lot when he graces his appearance, but it's always special when he does pop in. And right now, that Toyota 34 is sitting in the top 5, Jacob. There's a race recap below.
This could get interesting right here with Tyler Dittmer coming back. Obviously, he's been out on a little bit of a hiatus. I talked to him just before the race, and my first thing, what I said to him was, "How the hell have you been?" Obviously, we were teammates. Obviously, with Mission One Esports last season for season 4. So, awesome to see Tyler Dittmer come back out here and get to racing. And Wesley, he's one of the guys that we see here in the field where Tyler's got nothing to lose. He is aggressive. He's earned respect from all drivers here in the Nazareth family, but he's got absolutely nothing to lose. He could be one guy that could play spoiler right smack dab in the middle of these playoffs.
Back underway. Nightfall settling in, heading towards lap number 86, and we're back underway. Stage 3, the push to the finish, and it's Newton now in the lead.
Mr. Bulldog, Adam Newton up here at the front, not anymore. Raul Meza jumps up to the top side, tries to make the pass. Down on the inside, Bo Tiffany, 46, with Joshua Suss in the 80 trying to make something happen as well. Getting very aggressive. You see Raul Meza right there, cheeking just a little bit. This is going to get good right here. Adam Newton on the bottom, Meza up top.
Some internet issues, guys, on the video board. It's back up again. As Newton on the inside powers along with Newton. It's Bo Tiffany, originally from New York, now from Mebane, North Carolina. He sits on the outside to try to go to the lead. He's got a push by Raul Meza, a push by Suss, helped by Goodwin. Get that outside lane form, and they work now to go after the number 19. Newton, though, protects the bottom as the guy Henderson and Cinnamon in line in 1 and 2.
Yeah, Cinnamon trying to make something happen. Obviously, he is out of the playoffs, but would love to get him a win and put his season right here on track the best that he possibly can. Chris Cinnamon trying to duke it out as well. Adam Newton, he's in the playoffs. Hendrickson in the playoffs. Different brackets, though, and working together on the inside lane. Bo Tiffany got knocked out of the last round, and he might get knocked out of this race. Hendrickson gets into Tiffany, knocks him sideways. So stuck in the middle, and they saved it. No, they did not. Cautions out.
Crashing in the back, Brady LaBeouf. Brady LaBeouf and others crashing behind them. Caution out. I'm seeing positions again on my scoring ticker, not numbers, but I do think it was Brady LaBeouf. Brady LaBeouf and Matt Cherry have crashed in turn number 2. This was behind the chaos that was going on in front of you there where they saved it, Jacob. Here's the, Luke Smith into the fence as well. Kermit the Frog just had a portion of frog legs on the green safer barrier here in Atlanta.
Good Lord, what a hit. You see the stack up there with Bo Tiffany right up at the top left of your screen. Raul Meza got up into the fence. And I think Luke Smith tried to get out of the gas, saw something, and then it just kind of stacked up. It was an accordion up there on the outside lane. Smith goes around, LaBeouf goes around. There goes Stires from what it looked like, tried to shoot by as well. But all this stems. So, you see it right here. Luke Smith tries to get on the brakes. He sees something is wrong. And Wesley, I've talked about it numerous times. In these trucks, it is a pain in the tail to see through the truck that is in front of you. You cannot see that. So when you see a stack up there, it's hard to do anything about it. Once again, one more time, Bo Tiffany up here in this mix. Tiffany comes up, gets it, or he will get into Meza in turn one. You see Suss actually stacked up the outside lane with Goodwin behind him. But watch this. Tiffany will slide up ever so slightly. He got into Meza, knocked him up against the wall, and then after that, it was just chaos from there on out.
Another look at it again. This was up ahead. This is where these guys saved it. I was so darn impressed. So impressed with these guys, the way they raced, and it got a little aggressive. It's going to happen. You're heading to the end of the third stage. But here it is. Hendrickson into Tiffany. Stacks up the tailgate in front of Meza. Meza's tailgate in front of Suss. Trunk full in front of him. And when that happened, chain reaction domino effect, seeing the cause and effect of Luke Smith, Matt Cherry, stage 2 winner, and Brady LaBeouf crashing in turn number 2. We're taking a break. We're back after a restart with 90 laps in the Glass Mechanic 225. Lights off on the pace truck. Race recap down below as we head towards a century grind at Echo Park Speedway, Atlanta. Chris Cinnamon in the lead. Cole Hendrickson, Joshua Suss, Tyler Goodwin, Cole Larson, top 5. There's the bracket. Oh boy, Cole Hendrickson, one of those outsiders. And I mean that in no disrespect to our buddy out of Canada. Former champion, but he's not in the championship run this year. Cole Hendrickson in the top bracket in orange. Well, I'll be damned. Jacob, he's in red, but if he could win this race, my friend, the 10 is going to the semifinals with Jonathan Cofield. He's on the gas, and we are back underway. Green flag as we have 52 to go next time around here in Atlanta.
Yeah, this could be a big night for Cole Hendrickson. If he can pull this off and be able to get the win here in Atlanta, lock himself in, that would make it very, very crazy for LaBeouf. And Lumpkin as a caution is out once again.
Crashing California's Cody Knott. The Madera, California driver. Cody Knott's Toyota. Pulse Popper's entry. Little segue to promote the business, Pulse Popper. Segue to the truck of the Pulse Popper 26. And Maurer gave him help, man. Oh, my goodness. Oh, come on. That's not the kind of T-bone steak you want either. Look at that shot into the safer barrier. A shower of sparks as Cody Knott just eats the safer barrier. Pancakes the rear and front of that Toyota into the safer barrier, and before it rolls to a stop, caution out again here.
I mean, kind of hate to see that right there for Cody Knott. I mean, if you think about it, one of the admins here with Nazra, and you hate to see him go around. You hate to see him get involved in this. Watch one more time with Cody Knott right here in the 26. Bo Tiffany down here on the inside. There's Nate Maurer. Not just slides up. He tries to make a hole that's not there. He slid up a little bit. Maurer tried to shove it into the middle, and then Cody Knott just tried to jump back down there, but he was not clear. Maurer was already there, and Cody Knott ends up going around.
Another look at it. Man, what a hit. I wonder if Nate Maurer maybe should have backed away a little bit there, Jacob. Maybe a little aggressive on Cody Knott.
Well, I mean, Wesley, you would think that. I mean, you would think, to back away a little bit and maybe do a little bit of give and take. But here's the thing, we're at lap 95 of 145. Pretty close to, give a damn's busted spot. Honestly, once we get to lap 100, you got 45 to go. And, if this was Talladega, I mean, honestly, if this was Talladega and you got 45 to go, then yeah, there's plenty of time. But you're going around a 1.5 mile super speedway right here. And, I mean, you're going around it at 30 seconds, 29 seconds a lap, give or take, depending on how fast, what draft you got. 45 laps don't go. I mean, it does not take that long to do that here. So, time is of the essence, and when you get the opportunity, you try to shoot up through here and you try to make something happen. And sometimes, unfortunately, you end up hooking guys, especially when they come down across your nose like that.
J.D. Larson, you just saw him right now in 16th. Cole Larson. There's Cole. Stop yawning. Dean is just talking smack about oval racing and trucks and American Cup cars, Jacob. Like, come on, man. We even tried to treat him to an IndyCar race like yesterday, and he's still not happy from producing it, Jacob.
I mean, look, we tried to take care of him. We tried to, we tried to do good for him. But you know what he has just done? Honestly, Wesley, do you know what he has just done to us out of all this? That's exactly what he just did to us right there. I mean, that is unfortunate.
You break that. What'd you do? Step on a whipping cushion?
Yeah. I'm gonna chime in for a second. Out of those two races that we did for the Nazareth special event yesterday, which was your pick? The open wheel racing or the old classic NASCAR cars?
Oh, hands down. It was the open wheel in the Nazareth Surf Pro 500. I loved it. I loved it.
Yeah, I'll agree. Yeah, I'll agree. Go ahead, Dean. Go ahead and quote.
But the 87 Cup car race was pretty good.
Yeah,
it was pretty good. When I texted Brady LaBeouf, boss of Nazareth, earlier this afternoon, I gave him my sentiments, and obviously, and I told him, I said, man, I just think that we got took away to an epic finish for the 87 Cup car race, because I really had a feeling, Jacob, that was going to be a wild shootout. It was setting up to be pretty exciting. As right now, here they come, working towards lap 100. Hendrickson in the lead for how long, though? Cinnamon pounded on the back door. Here comes now Suss on his passenger right. Pushed by Larson. Kerry Tribune. We ain't mentioned him all night, Jacob. He's into the top 5 as they work in the 1 and 2.
Yeah, I mean, we got a couple of guys up here. Obviously, Cole Larson looking for his very first win here in Nazareth. Could it happen tonight? Joshua Suss also looking for his very first win in Nazareth. Could it happen tonight? Couple of guys up here trying to get very first wins of their career up on the top side. Cole Hendrickson tried to win to make it into the next round. And the Spice Man, Chris Cinnamon, trying to get back a little bit of glory that he had from the Season 3 championship. A lot of guys right up here at the front. These 4 guys with different agendas than the others.
Nose to tail. For how long, though? Lap 100. Next time by, a century grind will be completed, and it'll be a 45-lap shootout now. As Joshua Suss, the copper from Kansas, to the outside. On the inside of Hendrickson is the 10. He wants to move into the quarterfinal or the semifinal playoff round, Jacob. He's on that bracket red with Braden LaBeouf and all the others. He could be eliminated. He faces elimination right now by points. He wins. He's third in the bracket. He goes to join Cofield.
I mean, yeah, absolutely. I mean, he would. So Hendrickson really tried to get Cinnamon, the Spice Man, right behind him, trying to help him out one way or another. Cole Larson tried to help out Joshua Suss up here as well. Tyler Goodwin, another one, trying to get his very first win here in Nazareth in the 13. Could it happen here tonight in Atlanta? Wesley, we see it all the time with super speedways. Guys getting their very first career win on super speedways. Atlanta is no exception. Could Joshua Suss do it? Could Cole Larson do it? A lot of guys, not just in our racing and not just in Nazareth, but in real racing have went to super speedways like Talladega, Daytona, and here in Atlanta and got their very first career wins on super speedways. It could happen here tonight, but Cole Henderson wanting to make it into the next round.
Joshua Suss, never a Nazareth winner. 8 top 5s, 21 top 10s. Career start number 132 for Nazareth tonight in Atlanta. And he leads the cavalry as we go side by side to thank some sponsors. We'll stay with you as we are just after 100 laps in the final stretch of the Glass Mechanic 225. And look at Hendrickson powering, showing his teeth, growling, snarling inside, trying to make a move on Suss. Suss throws the block. He gets now some help. That's by Larson and Goodwin as they work into 1 and 2.
Yeah, Suss really wanting to keep it up here on the top side. He actually got clear of Hendrickson. Larson actually got clear for just a split second over Cole Hendrickson as well. Both of them could have jumped down to the bottom side, but Wesley, it's like I was talking about. If this goes into a long green flag run, that inside lane, you will start to get tight. You will start to push. The outside lane, you'll be able to turn. Only problem is you start to get loose up there on that top side eventually. So it's whether or not you want to be loose or whether or not you want to be tied. Joshua Suss does not want to be tied, because if he did, and if he wanted to try to block the inside, he could have had at least about 3 shots at it to jump down to the inside, but he does not want to go down there just yet. He wants to keep his top side rolling.
40 laps to go as they thunder, steamrolling off of turn 4. Trucks, tailgate, outside lane. Suss up top. He's got Larson and Goodwin still there. On the bottom, Hendrickson with a push by Cinnamon and Kerry Tribune. And don't count out Mr. Restrictor Plate or the Holodaddy. Brian Chew, Jacob Reeves into the top 10. He's in 7th.
Yeah, how about you Holodaddy fans out there in the 51 up here with teammates from Chrome Racing, Adam Newton, Joey Steyer, Stephen Thomas, all these guys up here going to try to work together, make something happen. All of them down there in the Chrome Racing chat hollering with Dad Gobble down there in Chrome Racing chat as well. Good to see old Dad Gobble with DSR Electric. Ironically enough, the DSR Electric Truck Series down there as well. So do not count out this 51, Wesley. You talked about it. Mr. Restrictor Plate, the Holodaddy, however you want to look at it, he can't get it done on these super speedways. So Brian Chew could be a straight-up big factor when this gets down to the nitty-gritty.
I had a day of rest today after a long day yesterday, Jacob Reeves. You know, I had another broadcast after we finished the 1,100 miles yesterday. And I didn't finish announcing until almost 11:30 at night, but I will say this, though. I came very close to watching Dodgeball. And
The movie?
The movie, Dodgeball.
Okay.
And we mentioned Dodgeball because there is Dwight Goodman on the hood of the 13 of Goodwin right there. Yeah.
If he ain't.
If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball.
Yeah, but here's the only bad part about that, Wesley. You know, and I don't want to rain on Tyler Goodwin's parade right here, but Ben Stiller didn't win. He lost his company. So in dodgeball, I'm not trying to throw him under the bus or nothing, but
White Goodman. Are they related? White Goodman, Tyler Goodman.
That'd be the only reason why he's got him on the hood. He's not going to end up having Ben Stiller, who lost the dodgeball game, on his hood from Moral Sport. I can guarantee him.
I won that tournament. I won that tournament. Effing
Damn,
Chuck Norris. Effing
Yeah.
Chuck Norris. Anyhow, I digress. As Larson hits the safer barrier in front of Goodwin. Goodwin's doing good. He's in the top 5 right now.
Yeah, I mean, look where he started at. I mean, Tyler Goodwin started in the 20th spot. Not only that, Joshua Suss started 18th. Chris Cinnamon started 16th. I mean, some other guys up here at the front. Brian Chew started 17th. Phil Pappas, we haven't called his name out, the 88. He started in the 19th spot. All these guys up here inside the top 10. One of the biggest movers, though, in the field, we saw him a while ago, the 37, Raul Meza up there trying to battle for the lead at one point. He started dead last, 34th, and he is just inside the top 15 as well, the Serve Pro entry. So a lot of these guys started at the back trying to work their way to the front when it matters most.
By the way, Jason Morella is our buddy from California chiming in, and he says, let's go, Cole. Henriksen, Highline Racing, number 10. And he says the Highline Racing Up Front Motorsports partnership has been working very well. The Copper. I call him the Copper. The Copper. Joshua Smith. By the way, Cop Shop. You can get concerns of police survivors, Truck Series, and Cops Apparel. Copshop.com. Look at that. Pretty cool. There it is. And here's what's coming up around the oval. Daytona Friday night. Well, unfortunately, I will be working real racing for NASCAR on Friday night, but man, I know that's a wild one. And of course, next Monday night, the finale. The finale next Monday night, Jacob, for the quarterfinal playoffs. It's going to be at Kentucky.
Kentucky's a good one, to be honest with you. I cannot wait to go to the Bluegrass State of Kentucky. I'm actually planning on going there in September in real life for a little safety meeting, if you will. So that'll be pretty cool to actually go there virtually and check that one out. Yeah, but that's the only part that sucks. They don't race there anymore. But I would love, honestly, it sucks that they don't race there anymore. But I would absolutely love to see another race there. We're going to get to see it here on the DSR Electric Truck Series. As we saw Suss, he had the lead. Cole Larson may have a little bit of smile on his face, son. He is up here at the front and could be a factor, could win it and lock himself into the next round. He's in the playoffs.
Cole Larson done yawning because he knows he's up on the wheel because he's leading, or he was. Copper, Suss, Kansas native, outside lane, pushed by White Goodman. Tyler Goodwin in the 13. Here comes the dodgeball truck. If you can dodge a tailgate, you can dodge to the wall. Pardon the pun. Here he comes to the inside. He's going after Suss for the lead in turn number 3 and 4.
Boy, Hendrickson jumped down pit road. That opened the door on the inside, and Tyler Goodwin jumped down and grabbed it. Hendrickson tried to follow, or excuse me, Brian Chew up here tried to follow as well. Could possibly break it all up. Larson behind Chew, Goodwin in front of Chew. Chew thinks about going to the top, thinks different. He'll stay down on the bottom side. Here comes Joshua Suss with a run from another Chrome Racing guy. It's the Bulldog Adam Newton with Joey Stires behind him.
Next week, again, as we mentioned, Kentucky will be the deciding factor of who will go to the semifinals. Yeah, that was yesterday. That's past news. Daytona this Friday, Kentucky next Monday. That's around the oval. Literally, around the oval.
Beautiful.
Suss and Goodwin inside. Boy, how about Tyler Goodwin, man? He wants to win a race for Nazareth. Joshua Suss looking for a first career win. So is Tyler Goodwin, Jacob. He's never won before. Wait a minute. I stand corrected. He has won. He's won before. He's got 29 top 5, 66 top 10s, and 1 win.
Well, it got me on that one, but I will say this: as far as for Joshua Suss and Cole Larson up here inside the top 5, Wesley, I know how hard it is, especially for Joshua Suss with over 100 starts, to not be able to taste victory lane. I know how hard it is to race so many times and not be able to get that win. And I've got a feeling right now, Wesley, as we're on with 25 laps to go right here, I don't want to put, if he wrecks out, it's on me. Give me Joshua Suss. I'm going to pick Joshua Suss because he has done a fantastic job since he's got up there at the front. I got a feeling this 80, well, honestly, I'm picking him. Give me Joshua Suss. Joshua Suss to get his very first career win here tonight.
And by the way, I was talking about Tyler Goodwin, Jacob. Tyler Goodwin won July 1st, 2024, last year at Pocono. So he won last season, but he has not won in a while. Going on almost 10 months since he's tasted sweet NASRA victory. Now, for a guy like Joshua Suss, he has never won. And how about Brian Chew, the Holla Daddy restrictor plate man, has worked his way to the 3rd spot. Newton, the Bulldog, and Larson, the young man, quit yawning. He's got to get on the wheel now. He knows it's go time. It's 125 to go, Jacob, here at Echo Park Speedway, Atlanta. They're in 3.
That's the big thing right there is Joshua Suss with the Bulldog, Adam Newton. One truck up on the wall. Raul Meza, Serve Pro truck back there, the 37, able to keep it straight. No caution yet on the Speedway. Suss was able to get Goodwin by 2/100ths of a second at the line that time. But here we go, round and round again with 22 coming to 21 laps to go. Goodwin down the inside. Joshua Suss, you see him right there talking to his team, trying to get it straightened out with Blue Line Racing, talking to his teammates. What do I need to do? Where do I need to be? And will Adam Newton hold on and lock right in and be able to shove me on this outside lane?
Suss in focus. Now he sets his sights on the white Goodman Globo Gym, number 13 Chevrolet. Tyler Goodwin on the inside, pushed by the Holla Daddy. Larson in the Baja Mountain Dew Blast, number 20. And don't count out the Copper Man, our buddy from Canada, the Spice Man, Chris Cinnamon, getting all his flavors in order to put out that perfect ingredient to get the win. See what happens. It's time for the Premier Racing Setups. 20 to go. Jacob, tell them all about it as we go side by side.
Folks, if you need a setup, go check them out. PremierRacingSetups.com. Obviously, enter the code of NASRA, N-A-S-R-A, or Jake57, J-A-K-E 57. Get 15% off your entire order. Also, 15% gets kicked back to either the North American Sim Racing Association or the door banging down low. Whichever you choose is absolutely fine with me. And folks, if you want the setups of the Redneck Announcer races, that NASRA races, that Dean races, whatever it gets a sim rig, go check them out. PremierRacingSetups.com as Joshua Suss season down pit road for a pit stop.
Did we think this was going to happen? Green flag pit stops underway.
I thought they could have made it. Honestly, Wesley, I mean, everybody went in, at least that I know of. Everybody went in right there. I mean, hell, I thought they could make it. I mean, I really did. But there you see a lot of different strategies going on with some of these guys that you see before you on the bottom right. So I thought a lot of guys went in on that last caution, and they should have been able to make it. But something tells me there's a lot of them up here that did not go down. So, I mean, I think it's anybody's ball game right now. We may come in and do a little bit of fuel mileage here.
Back straight away. Newton, now the new leader. Will he have to come to the pit lane? That's the question. As look at this big wad of trucks all garbled up. Nice pack. One wrong slip. We could see something happen here, and you're getting to the end of it now. for the most part, race summary, look at that. 7 cautions, 2 for into breaks, maybe for some on-track activity a time or two, but for the most part, Jacob, this has been a highly entertaining race here tonight in Atlanta.
Yeah, Wesley, I talked about it a while ago as well. I mean, you see it right there. Official lead changes of 40. I would say unofficially, it is twice
48.
that. Or 48, excuse me. Anyway, I'd say, unofficially, it's twice that as Joey Stires goes up the hill with Taylor Peacock, rather, the 81. Taylor Peacock, one of those drivers, Wesley Outland, that was with Jonathan Cofield, that went down to the bottom of the racetrack. He started up here at the front, started in 6th, got on the inside, dropped anchor, went all the way to the back to stay out of the trouble. Now, when the nitty-gritty is here, Peacock's up here. He wants to try to get him a win and lock himself into the next round. Now's when your playoff guys get up here. You got Stires, you got Newton, you got Peacock. Larson's still right there in the mix, and Stephen Thomas up here as well.
Newton on the inside. Here comes Stires, as you mentioned, up top shelf. Heading up there where Grandma hides the cookies and the dentures from Grandpa. And now watch the 44 of Thomas. The 44 got a hook in line. Here comes Taylor Peacock. There's a man we ain't mentioned any tonight. How about this? There are 7 drivers in the top 10 in the bracket challenge that need a win, Jacob Reeves, to advance to the next round. Remember, if you're a color bracket and you win, even if you're in red in the 3rd place in the bracket, you go to the semifinals and you join already Jonathan Cofield. And it's a dozen laps to go here at Echo Park Speedway, Atlanta, as they thunder in 2.
Wesley, you talked about all these guys up there on the top shelf where the cookies is, but a bunch of these guys down here on the bottom side, Adam Newton, Brian Chew, Cole Larson, and Spiceman Chris Seddeman lined up way down on the inside, down on the bottom, where Grandpappy hides the moonshine from Grandma, and a lot of them is down there on that inside trying to make it stick. That inside lane, I believe, is the preferred lane. I believe it is the preferred lane because that outside is starting to dwindle. Brian Chew getting up behind Newton. Larson gets up here as well. And here comes Newton and Chew. Now they're going to jump down and make a pit stop and get them some gas.
To the line, Cole Henriksen, what might have been into the fence. 10 to go. Strap in here in Atlanta. It's go time. Stires in the lead. Larson watches on. And look out behind you as here comes Peacock moving around Henriksen, threading the needle. Thought of going 3 wide, and he will go 3 wide. His guys are dropping onto the pit lane and knocking in. Here comes Larson. Here comes Henriksen. Here comes Thomas. My God almighty, a super speedway track has become a fuel mileage race here tonight in Atlanta with 9 to go.
I'll say this myself, it is heated up in a hurry. They don't call it hot Atlanta for nothing. Joey Stires up here at the front. Kerry Tribune up here sitting in 2nd. Peacock up top in 3rd. Here comes Pappas on the inside. Who will jump down to the bottom? Here comes Kerry Tribune. Here comes Phil Pappas. A couple of the Mission 1 Nezra Esports Racing guys jumping down to the bottom stop. But Joey Stires will stay out on the racetrack with Taylor Peacock behind him. Raul Meza and your pole sitter, Roger Diebold, trying to get up here and mix it up on the outside with Hendrickson a lap down to help.
And Roger Diebold, the beefed up jerky number 14, you know he wants to win again. He got that first taste of Nazareth victory about a month ago. And he's working his way now to the lead. He's in the lead. Check that. And he's got a lap truck as a pick, blocking Stires. It's just like last night in the Cup race between Ron Delano, Lamb Purdy, and Malik Ray going into turn 1.
Yeah, but the thing about it is Hendrickson is not a teammate to Roger Diebold, but Hendrickson may be thinking a little bit out of this, possibly a teammate, maybe in the same bracket as Taylor Peacock. So do this right here and be able to put the blocker, Joey Stires rather. Maybe a teammate is in Joey Stires' bracket, don't want Joey Stires to get the win. Let Roger Diebold get the win and keep Joey Stires from getting a win and locking himself into the playoffs. So a lot of strategies going on with all these playoff grids that we have, and Hendrickson is not letting up. He is all over Diebold.
It'll be open hand from your flagman. 5 remaining this time by. There it is. Diebold and Stires. But he's got Hendrickson giving him a push. That's Cole Hendrickson, by the way. Couple of laps down for Highline Racing in the 10. Jacob, we're on the back straightaway, and they're not catching the 14.
I think what they may be doing right here, Wesley, there is a possibility that Joey Stires, Taylor Peacock, Rome as a Jonathan Cofield may be laying back to get a run right here at the end. Joey Stires actually going to cut up to the top side. He's going to pull out of line. Stires actually way up on the top side. Stires actually losing a little bit of speed. Thought he was out of gas, but he is not. He is still under power. No, he's stuttered there for a second. Couple of them going in. Meza going in. Big time fuel mileage racing going on with 4 now, 3 laps to go.
Wrong Meza, that's Cody Knott down to the inside. They got a pit. They're coming to the line. 3 laps to go. Lap car as a pick helping Roger Diebold was Hendrickson. Now Hendrickson pulling out of line, leaving Diebold left on the inside. Maybe here comes the pack to swallow him down. Here comes Larson. Larson's in stealth mode. So is Cofield, winner last week. He's running him down. 2 to go, Jacob, this time by. Here, there's a caution. Oh, there's a caution is out. Caution is out. 8th caution of the race. 8th caution of the race. And remember, there is unlimited attempts of green-white checkers. This changes everything. What was the caution for? Joshua Suss, the 80 car, the copper from Kansas, in a strong truck earlier in the race. Putting us under the yellow flag. Pulse popper, instant replay. Jacob Reeves, we are moving into overtime here in the Glass Mechanic 225.
Well, Wesley, would you have it any other way? I mean, really, here in Atlanta with the Glass Mechanic 225, this is going to be good. You see Suss down on the bottom side. Looked like Tyler Goodwin tried to jump down, make it 3 wide. And they was trying to get around the 5 of Colton Hogan. And unfortunately, it looked like Goodwin gets into Hogan. Hogan comes down, gets into Suss, turns Joshua Suss up into the wall. And the 80 once again gets dealt a bad hand for Joshua Suss. He goes spinning all the way down to the bottom of the racetrack. Colton Hogan involved with Tyler Goodwin. But Wesley, I agree with you. This right here changes absolutely everything right there. If they were short on fuel or anything like that, perfect timing right here for this caution to come out. It will re-rack them, restack them, and we are going to be in for one hell of a restart.
Break time, overtime, shootout time. We're taking a break. Strap in for extra innings, extra racing from Echo Park Speedway, Atlanta. And the quarterfinals continue for the playoffs of the DSR NASCAR.
Are you ready?
For Murph's Magical Creations. Home to custom laser engraving and gifts. This veteran-owned and operated company engraves for all occasions. If you want one of Murph's magical creations, call the number on your screen or commission through either Instagram or via email. Murph's Magical Creations, made with love for you.
Your fan troll for Nazareth, Jacob, chiming in. This really changes everything. Thank you, Jimmy Coker. I did find out he lives in South Carolina. Thank you to everybody that's tuning in and watching. Who's your pick to win this thing? And obviously, Jacob, Roger Diebold, bracket green, leading the way. But my goodness, if he wins this thing, that beefed up jerky number 14, fast qualifier, stage 1 winner, he wins this thing, Jacob. He goes to the semifinals. What a drive for the 14 of Roger Diebold. I'm very impressed with this guy.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if Roger Diebold ends up getting the win here tonight, he may call out of work tomorrow, and he may end up having one hell of a party. So, I mean, and, you know, great strategy out of the 14. Had Hendrickson trying to, I guess you could be a pick, if you will. But look at some of these guys that's up here at the front. J.D. Larson, Chad Ross, Dane Hagan, Tom Lester, Jeffrey Johnson Jr. in the 33 up here in this mix as well. And Tyler Dittmer also in this mix as well as we get ready for a restart.
From Monrovia, California, the Blue Line Racing, number 14, trying to win here in overtime. We've passed the scheduled distance, everybody. There is also unlimited attempts as long as the clock doesn't expire. We had to learn that the hard way in Charlotte, and they are wrecking holy hell. Trouble.
Good
Lester,
God.
Johnson, Tiffany, Thomas, Meza. Open up a virtual Waffle House. We are scattered, smothered, covered with a massive metal omelet, jumbo style of destruction in that second turn.
Good Lord, have mercy.
The big one. The big one. And Taylor Peacock might have been the cause and effect of it all. No. Lester turned Hagan.
I think everybody kind of got stacked up right here on this inside lane.
Boy,
They
oh
shot
boy.
up here, got a hold of Dane Hagan, and I think right there, you saw Peacock get into Lester a
Damn lucky
little
as
bit,
Diebold.
but Lester come in there, shot it straight in there. Yeah, but Diebold's the only one that got through it out of all that. But, you know, there was contact. Peacock got into Lester. Lester got up into Hagan, ended up turning him around. Watch it one more time. You see the stack up, but Lester already down on the inside. Lester could have lifted a little bit, but, I mean, it is
Real
coming.
crash.
I mean, we're in overtime. I mean, you got to go. I mean, you can't lift.
Diebold tried to thread the needle. He couldn't. Diebold has to come to pit lane. Roger Diebold, Larson, Lester, these are guys that are crashed out. The front runners a moment ago, Jacob, have come down to the pit lane. They had no choice but having to come down to the pits. Peacock, Dittmer, Diebold, all of these guys. Cinnamon, Cofield got damaged a moment ago. How badly damaged is the 58 truck, the winner last week? He's in the semifinals, the playoffs.
It's a good thing that he is, Wesley Allen, because I'm looking right here at the entry list, and obviously they have what is called, for folks that don't know, they have what's called a meatball flag. It's a black flag with a big old orange-looking basketball smack dab in the middle, or kickball, or dodgeball, however you want to look at it. But it's a big old orange ball. Absolutely. I mean, big old orange dodgeball smack dab in the middle of it. That's what we call a meatball flag. And what that means is that you have required repairs on your vehicle. You need to go in, you need to get those fixed before you can come out there back on the racetrack and continue. And with that big one, I'm not surprised to see a couple of them with meatball flags. Triple J, Jeffrey Johnson Jr. with a meatball flag, Jonathan Cofield with a meatball flag. So good thing that he won at Kansas last week, or else he would be in a serious hole going into Kentucky next week to try to make it in to the semifinals. But he got that win. He's already locked in. He may just get out of the truck and just kick back and watch to see how this plays out with Taylor Peacock and Tyler Dittmer up here on the front row.
Peacock will be the man in the lead when we get this thing back going again. By the way, how about Tyler Dittmer up there again? Jacob Reeves to the right, Wesley Outland on the left. Bringing you the coverage. What did you think of the broadcast yesterday? Not just the racing itself, but the production on the cameras are excuse me. Yeah.
You got the hiccups? You got the hiccups,
I do
Wesley?
got the hiccups, man. My apologies. I'm sorry. Yeah.
How many have you had? How many beers have you had here this evening?
I mean, I'm ready for another wreck to scare the hell out of me, you know? The last time that I had any adult consumption was on New Year's Eve, okay? And then I had to get up and call a race called The Hangover. And I definitely was hungover. It felt like, you know what, but I still did it. Exactly right. I don't drink every day of my life. I just don't. Here we go. Pace trucks in. Second attempt of overtime. They got to take the Darren's Detail and Shine. One to go. Back at it again. Second overtime in the Glass Mechanic. 225. Jacob, we call this free bonus racing. Dittmer, Peacock side by side, and they're right there in the top 5 with Cinnamon. Diamond is back as they work on the inside in turn 2.
How about Tyler Dittmer up here? Boy, Stires up there. Somebody spinning in the back. Stires took a shot, went to the top side. Nobody went with him. Taylor Peacock trying to get up here and help as well. Diamond lines up behind Tyler Dittmer. He's coming off turn 4 to take the white flag.
They will take the white flag. Darren's Detail and Shine, 1 to go. What happens next? Working turn number 1 and 2, as Jacob said. Down the back stretch. Looking down Dittmer. A little sideways. Trucks are slamming the wall. That's Fred Lester or Tom Lester. Here they come. Settling into 3. 2 by 2 by 2 in that third lane, and they're crossing again behind them. Choosing the fence. Others are wrecking. He doesn't race a lot, but Tyler Dittmer, representing our military proudly, Jacob Reeves, wins here tonight at Atlanta in double overtime. Tyler Dittmer wins the Glass Mechanic 225.
How about that? Tyler Dittmer. I talked to him before the race. Haven't talked to him in quite a long time. How the hell have you been? He said, I am just happy to see the sun. He's going to see the lights here tonight, son. He got the win. Boy, what a win right there. What a way to come back, Wesley Outland. Honestly, I mean, if you think about it, look at it like this. Tyler Dittmer winning here tonight. Shades of, believe it or not, what I won here in Atlanta. It was a while before I jumped in the truck on the Friday night series.
Yes, sir.
I got the win. Tyler Dittmer, it's been forever since we've seen him in Nazareth, and he comes home with the win at the same track at Atlanta.
Originally from Gore, Virginia. That's just outside of Winchester Speedway, believe it or not. And then he gets, obviously stationed all over. How about a round of applause, not only for being a winner, but one of our friends and men of the military. Thank you for your service. Thank you for what you do. And enjoy this one here tonight at Atlanta. Ladies and gentlemen, here's some stats for you. You know I'm that way, Jacob. For Tyler Dittmer tonight, it is his 157th career start in Nazareth. It's been a while because of being deployed and stationed in the military. Tonight is his 15th career win in Nazareth. The 64th top 5. And Jacob, how about this? With this victory, Tyler Dittmer's 100th top 10. Unbelievable.
in fashion too, Wesley Outland. I mean, you know, he was one of the drivers. He didn't even qualify, didn't even practice. Kind of was just, from what it looks like, it was a last-minute deal right here for him to jump in here. He didn't even put down a qualifying time. Started back there on the back, started 30th, and that's how you do it right there. I mean, that would be the strategy that I would have pulled right there. Start at the back and, duck and dodge all the chaos and be there at the end. And Tyler Dittmer, he might have learned a little something from me on these super speedways to start at the back and try to be there at the end. Either that or I learned from him. But, I mean, I'm so proud of my buddy Tyler Dittmer. I'm so proud of him getting this win here this evening.
Time of race, 1 hour 3 minutes, or 1 hour 44 minutes and 20 seconds when the checkered flag fell. Here's a look at the results. Says Tyler Dittmer picks up the win for Lizard Works Racing. Cosmic 14, pole man Roger Diebold. Hold your head high. I think you've done at least enough to possibly advance into the quarterfinal round by racing and being competitive by points. Joey Stiers is in third. Dan Hagan fourth. Taylor Peacock rallying back in the top 5. J.D. Larson, Spikes Man, Chris Cinnamon, Chad Ross, Bo Tiffany, Raul Meza. What a run for our buddy from Chico, California. He'll finish in the top 10. Tom Lester, Cole Larson, Stephen Thomas, Brian Chu. They might have been crying in the end, but they get a top 15. And Kerry Tribune, Tyler Goodwin, Adam Newton-Jacob, and Phil Pappas, the top 18.
Oh, Henderson, who we saw up there at the front trying to get the win, lock himself into the red bracket. Unfortunately, 2 laps down. He will finish 19th here this evening. 971 Nazareth area code. Nate Maurer will finish in the 20th spot here tonight with Shane Trotter in 21st. Colton Hogan in 22nd. Cody Knott, hate to see that for him, finishing in 23rd. Matt Cherry here, your stage 2 winner, presented by the Glass Mechanic. He ends up finishing 24th. Jonathan Cofield, he's already locked into the next round, but unfortunately comes home with 25th here tonight. Joshua Suss, you hate to see that for him. Looked like he was going to be a player, possibly get his first win here in Atlanta. Unfortunately, he ends up finishing 26th with Triple J. Jeffrey Johnson Jr. finishing 27th. And the boss man, Freddie LeBeau, finishing in 28th.
And obviously, Luke Smith, the Kirby Thief Frog, struggled, got caught up in a wreck and never recovered. Lucas Lyons, Lee Bailey, James Kaufman, Andrew Harris. Trouble for him with the power and the VR headset. Never recovered from it. And Adam Newbert struggled as well tonight for the number 4 truck. When it's all said and done, it is the man, Tyler Dittmer, picking up the victory. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to wrap up my Nazareth broadcast duties. As always, looking forward to Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, something getting back going again. Jacob, I'm having Nazareth runs even after the Nazareth 1100. Jacob Reeves and Dean Hopton are carrying you guys the rest of the way. As always, God bless you all. I'm Wesley Outland. Taking a break on the other side. Post-race coming up next. Look at this one more time as Tyler Dittmer holds off. Taylor Peacock coming at him hard. Stiers on the outside. The crashes, the excitement, the finish. And when it's all said and done, Tyler Dittmer gets his 15th Nazareth career win here at Echo Park Speedway, Atlanta, and you're chatting with him next.
Are you ready?
For Murph's Magical Creations. Home to custom laser engraving and gifts. This veteran-owned and operated company engraves for all occasions. If you want one of Murph's Magical Creations, call the number on your screen or commission through either Instagram or via email. Murph's Magical Creations, made with love for you.
Well, folks, we're back here in the great state of Georgia here for the DSR Electric Truck Series Glass Mechanic 225, standing by with our podium finishers. We'll start off with the winner of the Glass Mechanic 225, Tyler Dittmer. Tyler, ironically enough, buddy, 2 hours ago, the very first thing I said was, well, how the hell are you? Because it's been forever since I've talked to you, since anybody's talked to you here and there, or at least as far as I know. But, I mean, honestly, buddy, I mean, how the hell have you been? And congratulations on the win here at Atlanta. Tell us about it.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, just got back stateside a couple days ago from deployment and said, heck, why not? Got home just in time from work. It's like, hey, Brady, can I run tonight? And then I realized it's super sweet. I was like, man, maybe I don't want to run tonight. But said, screw it. I'll give it a whirl. It's been a while. I haven't touched the sim rig since January, maybe December. It's just said, well, we'll go for it, see how it goes, and just kind of drove patient the entire race, and a little bit dinged up from that last caution before that final green-white checkered, but I didn't see anything that was worth coming to pit, so said, all right, we'll just we'll stay out, see how it goes.
You know, Tyler, I mean, obviously, I mean, me and you, we were teammates last season here in the DSR Electric Truck Series, and I remember every freaking time we would come to the super speedways and you would just sit there and say, I hate these places. I absolutely hate the super speedway racing. They need to throw it in the trash. And you would say a lot of stuff, obviously, that we can't repeat, obviously, on air. But, I mean, but you get your win here tonight at Atlanta. Are we feeling a little bit better about the super speedway style, or do you still hate this kind of racing?
You know, you kind of have to say you feel better about it after finally getting one. I've never won super speedway race in NASRA, and I've won, I don't know, I think I overheard someone with a playback of the broadcast saying I had 14 or something wins in NASRA, maybe 15. Yeah. Never done it at super speedway. I've done it short track, road course, intermediates, mile tracks. Just never at a track where it's drafting. It just was never what I've been good at. A lot of bad luck and wrong place, wrong time, and I just hate how little of it is in your hands. But I feel a little bit better. I still don't like this racing. It's stressful. It's way more stress than I ever get on deployment. Just like waiting for something bad to happen. You're just sitting there just like, oh, God, don't hook me or don't have a wreck right in front of me. So you kind of just sit there and wait. But yeah, you know, it finally came together, and we'll take it.
Words of the great Kid Rock. Guess who's back? Tyler Dittmer is back, son. It comes out with a straight up bang here at Atlanta. Gets the win here tonight, Tyler. Once again, buddy, congratulations on the win. Thank you for your service to this great country. And before we let you go, if you got any sponsors and any shout outs.
Yeah, I didn't get sponsored, but I just want to give a huge shout out to Mike Morales for the Glass Mechanic. He sponsored me a couple seasons ago to get me to run for Highline Racing. I had some great success over there. I just want to say a huge shout out to him. Hopefully he's doing well out in Arizona. I believe he's in Arizona. Just appreciate everything he's done for me, and I'm glad I was able to win the race that he sponsored, just knowing going back that history we have. And then a huge shout out just to you up in the booth. I know this is your home track. You love this track so much. You guys put on a great show. Shout out to you, Dean. It's been a while since I've said hi to you. And then obviously all the guys that put this together, all the admins and executives. And shout out for the guys keeping it clean that last green white check. I'm glad we didn't have to do another one.
Well, folks, he finally got him a super speedway win. He's won everywhere that NASRA has to offer, except for a dirt track, possibly at Eldora. But all the other asphalt tracks, he's got it done. Tyler Dittmer, finally a winner on a super speedway. Tyler, congratulations. And hopefully we'll see you later on down the road, buddy. Hopefully this is, hopefully we won't see you or we'll see you like maybe next week or in 2 weeks and probably not in another 3 months. Hopefully you'll stick around for a little while.
Yeah, hopefully. Thanks.
That was Tyler Dittmer, race winner here tonight for the Glass Mechanic 225. Go to second place finisher, Roger Diebold, who, Roger, I mean, buddy, you were one of the stronger trucks in the field. Looked like you might have had a shot right there up against Tyler Dittmer. I mean, what else could you have done to get the win and be able to lock yourself in?
Oh, man. I had the champagne and the confetti poppers ready there until we had the caution that brought out a couple green-white checkers. I knew I was okay for one. Second one came out and had to pit. Thought my day was over, but I was able to slice and dice my way through there. And I mean, at the last lap there, I was pretty boxed in, so I figured I'd just push the hell out of him and hope for the best.
Yeah, pretty much you got to throw the champagne out the door and settle for a cold beer. But I guess that's not a bad deal, to be honest with you. Well, yeah, but I mean, champagne's for winners, Dean. Beer is for the second place finishers. I mean, that's the you feel bad because you come so close. I'm not trying to throw you under the bus, Roger. I'm just saying. I'm trying to make a point because me and Dean's been back and forth all night. Anyway, but I mean, you come home second. You was in a pretty good spot as far as that playoff grid. If we can, Dean, pull that up and show what our playoff grid looks like and just how close you was. In all of that, obviously, you're in a pretty good spot. You're over Cherry and then Pappas. You come home second tonight. Is it enough to lock you in and you ain't got to worry about Kentucky next week? Or are we still just going to race our heart out and just hope for the best next week?
I mean, that was a plan coming into it. I mean, the main thing was just points as much as I can. Even having that, having that little bit of lead there. I know those two guys are pretty strong, so I wanted to make sure that I could get as many points as I possibly could on them, and I think we did a pretty good job tonight.
I think you'll be few because Cherry got also a stage win as well, but Phil Pappas unfortunately finished down there in P18, so he may be the one that's been eliminated. You did what you can do, Roger. Almost the bride, but the other way around. But yeah, the bridesmaid in this case. But yeah, Jacob.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, Dean. I mean, obviously, the champagne might not taste good, but hey, a cold one after a second place finish here tonight will still be able to get. He was able to survive. That's the main thing. But Roger Dabo comes home second here this evening. Roger, congratulations on that. Thank you very much for what you do. And before we let you go, you got any sponsors and any shout outs?
Yeah, obviously on the truck, Beefed Up Jerky. Once again, go ahead and go check them out. The stuff's amazing. Hung out with them in Charlotte all weekend. Great guys, great products. Lake Norman Tool Outlet. If you need any power tools, that's the guy to go get them from. Great discounts, great pricing, great people. I mean, man, I feel like I'm in there every other week just buying stuff because just because how great it is. And Diebold Pool Service. Figured I'd give myself a shout out for once. And thanks to y'all in the booth and Brady and everybody that puts this on every week.
You got to send me some of that beef jerky. I got to try it out. If it's that much beefed up, it's got to be that damn good. Yeah. Roger Dalbo comes home. We'll find out. I'm sure I'll look it up and I'll probably get myself here very soon. I'm probably going to have my hands tied for a little while. But Roger Dalbo comes home second here tonight, buddy. Appreciate your time. Congratulations, and we'll see you in Kentucky next week.
Thank you.
It was Roger Dalbo comes home second here tonight. Now we'll go to third place finisher 23, Joey Stires. How about you? Started fourth, comes up here, gets a podium finish in the number 23 for Chrome Racing. Joey, like I said, you started up there in the fourth spot. You more or less, you was up front. Surviving pretty much. You able to get your podium finish. That's pretty much what it looked like here tonight, bud.
Yeah, there is definitely a lot of luck that went into it. I know on that lap 59 caution, I thought my race was done. My truck was lacking so much horsepower. I only had 50 seconds of damage, but there was a wreck in front of me, and I didn't have enough time to check up, so I got a bunch of damage from that. But I got it fixed, and then we're kind of running in stage 2 there, and we tried to get our lap back, and more than half the field lost a lap there in that first stage trying to do some strategy to stay out and get stage points. And then we all pitted and got a lap down. And then, spent most of stage 2 a lap down and somehow just kind of was able to get back on a lead lap. And then my strategy was to stay out as late as I could to try to win that race there. And I think I pitted, or I was going to pit with 2 to go. And then the caution came out as I was on the access road coming to pit road. And I think I had like 0.3 gallons of fuel left. So I was just coasting at that point. And I decided to stay out on the track and just coast all the way around the pit road. And I think I restarted 10th on the restart, 9th or 10th or something like that. And There was another wreck in front of me, and I almost turned Tyler Dittmer. I thought he was done for, and I just kind of shot to the apron of the track and was able to miss everybody, and then just had no help on that last restart. But to come through today with a podium finish, I would have never thought that after that last 59 wreck for sure. So it was definitely a good points day for us. A couple of my teammates in my bracket, they had a pretty bad race. So hopefully we can go into next week with a little bit of buffer on, I think Nate's still ahead of me. So it's going to be tight coming into this last race here before the cutoff. So we'll see what happens.
Real quick, Joey, shame on you. We don't get to see the man cave or anything like that. We get this little camera down there on the bottom right. So shame on you. We don't
There's
get to
the
check
man cave, Jacob.
like well, yeah, there you go. Just spin it around and let everybody check out what you got going on. But Joey, you know, you mentioned it a second ago in the orange bracket. You mentioned your teammates, Nate Maurer and Adam Newton. Teammates in a bracket. I mean, you know, Adam, you know, I've talked to Adam. Adam says he hates this bracket style race. He hates this kind of stuff. He wants it to go back to the old school racing. You know, and I'm not going to ask you that question, but what's it like racing in this group with you three? All three of y'all are teammates, and only two of you go to the next round. But you know your teammates, and you want to try to work together. I mean, honestly, how the hell do y'all do that? And you know, try to keep the team camaraderie.
Yeah, it's hard. It really is because, I mean, all three of us were the strongest competitors in our team, and we just love the competition aspect. We bring out the best in each other. So when we get in a situation like this, it's kind of nothing new, but at the same time, you're like, man, do I give them a little bit more information? Do I give them a little more draft down the front straightaway to help them get a position or two? So it's things like that. You're kind of nitpicking throughout the race, but you're definitely keeping an eye on the leaderboard of where they're at the entire time.
Well, Joey Stires gets him, obviously he's in the red. You saw it right there on the playoff grid. He's in the red, but comes up with a podium here tonight. May, like he said, help himself out a little bit going into Kentucky next week. Joey, congratulations on the third place finish. Appreciate your time. And before we let you go, you got any sponsors, any shout outs you want to thank?
Yeah, I want to thank Jeff Sickles and Dan Gobble and them bringing on DSR Electric. I'm sponsoring the truck series and our whole swim chrome team. So big thanks to those guys, because if it wasn't for them, I definitely wouldn't be racing on Monday nights. So big shout out to them. And then Millie's Restaurant and Catering from Daytona Beach Shores, Florida, A's Lawn and Landscaping from Baltimore, Maryland, the Family Handyman, Stephen Thomas, Justin Lumpkin for painting all our trucks throughout the seasons, each and every season. He does an awesome job with those. Jack's Mowing and More, Darren's Nail and Gun Repair, Brady and everybody at Nazareth, and all you guys at Nazareth 360 for putting on the broadcast. I mean, Jake, I think this is one of my first times actually talking to you on the broadcast, like me being on the podium. So you missed my last two couple wins, and I was disappointed I didn't get to talk to you. But big thanks to all you guys for putting in all the work you guys do. And, of course, I got to thank my wife and my stepson for letting me race on Monday nights. And, Jake, I know your little one's due here in a few weeks, and so is mine. Getting pretty close, buddy. You guys ready?
Yeah. I got a feeling I may end up beating you in that race. I'm not 100% yet, but
yep. We got about 6.5 weeks. 6.5 weeks for us. So.
Oh, y'all about 6.5? Yeah. Odds are I'll beat you in that race. I end up winning that race. That's for sure. So out of
Jacob
that
wins
one,
the race.
Hey, it could be. What race you talking? Dean, shut up. Dean, shut up. Well, I mean, honestly, it's any day now at this point. At least that's the way I look at it. I mean, you know, he could come tomorrow, for all we know. So it'll be pretty cool. But obviously, congratulations with that, Joey. I think I've told you before, but congratulations on that as well. Joey Stires comes home third here tonight. Going to try to race out his teammates in the playoffs when we go to Kentucky. Joey, appreciate your time, buddy.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
That was Joey Stires, comes home with third here tonight. And, Dean, buddy, final thoughts at Atlanta. I love this place. This place near and dear to my heart, just like Tyler Dittmer said. I love this place where I got my very first Nazareth win, home track, super speedway racing, all that good stuff, baby. I love this place.
Yeah, you did, Jacob. Just a little pun about that not winning. You're going to win that the baby race. But you have won here before for your first race in Nazareth, so GG's, it's your home track, of course, in your home state, and it's fantastic. And to mention, it was that pit stop strategy as well, too, at the end that really helped Tyler, Roger, Joey, Dan, Taylor Peacock, because we were kind of thinking whether or not those drivers could eke out those laps in the dying stages. And, of course, I was mentioning in the background that I don't think they're going to have enough gasoline if we get a couple of green-white checkers, which we did, Jacob. And that's the situation, is that with unlimited green-white checkers, you don't know. You've got to make that call to say, well, if we do go for 2 more cautions, I'm not going to have enough gasoline to go to the end, so they've got to jump down there. You're going to lose a ton of track position. And these drivers that took that gamble a little bit earlier, like Tyler, Roger, and Joey, paid off for them at the end, didn't it? Because they didn't have to fight their way back through the field so much, because those drivers are up the front there ended up boxing, like I like to say. And on top of it, big gainers as well, too. Tyler, 29 places, 28 for Dan. 1 up there for Roger and Joey, who started in good qualifying positions. JD Larson as well, too. Big shout out to him. He was running almost third at one point, wasn't he? He managed to bring it home there in the P6 position. All crucial, of course, for the drivers in the championship run in the playoffs, my friend. And once again, we'll go over that bracket briefly and see how that's going to kind of pan out there for next week. But, you know, with Tyler winning it, my friend, it just denies any other driver from getting a lock with Jonathan Caulfield.
Yeah, it absolutely does. I mean, you know, Roger Dabble, Joey Stires could have got the win here tonight, could have locked themselves into the next round. But when it's all said and done, Tyler Dittmer gets the win here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. That Echo Park stuff, I don't believe in it. I mean, I know it's true. I know it's real, but it will always be Atlanta Motor Speedway, near and dear to my heart. Love this place. Been going here ever since I was a little kid. Back when Dale Earnhardt was racing and everything, me and my dad, we would always go to these races down here. Absolutely love this. You saw the playoff bracket? And fantastic race. Tyler Dittmer comes out of nowhere. Been forever since we've seen him. What a way to come back. He gets the win here tonight at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Big win for Tyler Dittmer. And we'll see what happens next week and who will be in and who will be out. It will be an absolute blast. Folks, that's going to do it for this broadcast. Real quick, there is your schedule. Cross Atlanta out. We got Kentucky, Richmond, Talladega, and then obviously Homestead and Las Vegas will round out at the end of Season 5 of the DSR Electric Truck Series. Should be a good one. Hopefully you will be tuning in with us here on the NASRA 360 Racing Network Monday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. That's going to do it for this broadcast. I want to thank all of our great sponsors. Obviously, Points Poppers for the Points Poppers Instant Replay. Real quick, if you haven't yet, you're still sticking around, like and subscribe to the NASRA 360 Racing Network. But all our great sponsors, Points Poppers, TLC, DSR Electric for the DSR Electric Truck Series, Blanchard's Towing for the Blanchard's Towing Xfinity Series, obviously Premier Racing Setups, TLC, as I mentioned, Concerns of Police Survivors for what they do on Friday nights, Premier Racing Setups, Murph's Magical Creations, A's Lawn and Landscape, and all our great sponsors. And how can we forget Glass Mechanic for the Stage 2 sponsorship and also the sponsorship of the Glass Mechanic 225 here tonight. Shout out to each and every one of the drivers and the fans coming out in numbers all the time, supporting your favorite drivers, interacting with us, and honestly being entertaining all night long. Brady the Buff, Cody Knott, for everything that they do. For the Australian Dean Hopton Bengals, and also for Smithfield, North Carolina's own Wesley Outlet. I'm the Redneck Announcer, Jake Reeves. Said as I always say, be safe, be kind, be fast. Tyler Dittmer and Florida Cabinet Distributors, Victory Lane here in Atlanta. Who's going to be in Victory Lane when we go all the way up to Kentucky? We're going to be singing Blue Moon of Kentucky. Keep on shining next Monday night, live, 9 p.m. Eastern Time, only on the NASRA 360 Racing Network. Who's in? Who's out? Find out next Monday night.